Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Thanks for being here. Guys, today is the 5th of March. And I want to let you know that I am I'm getting super excited for, Crosshairs, whatever, but Andor Season 2. If you have not watched Season 1, I can say unequivocally without a doubt that Season 1 of Andor was bar none, the single best live action Star Wars show that has been made since Disney Plus has been a thing. It's far superior to Ahsoka. It's far superior to Mando, even though and it's just, it's on par with Mando. And I know a lot of people love Mando season 1 and 2 at least. But Andor is just, there was something about that first season. And I have been very cautious in thinking about season 2 because when I heard they were supposed to do 5 seasons, and then because of what's happened with the other Star Wars shows, they condensed the second season down to 1 season, or it's the remainder of the 4 seasons all in one. I've been a little apprehensive about that. But seeing the trailers and remembering how different aesthetics, because this whole volume thing is a thing. And Andor season 1 looked like it was lived in. And that's the same vibe I get from the season 2 trailer. And aside from, we already know how the story ends, but I'm just going to be very interesting to see how everything's going to play out in season 2. It's going to be very interesting to see what ends up happening to characters that were not in the movie. Because there are some characters, like Saw and Cassian and K2SO and that we do end up knowing what happens to them. But we don't know what happens to Biggs and the one guy from the planet, his friend, and Luthen and Clara. And that's really what I'm very interested to see. And you should know that as far as I'm concerned going forward, I'm going to be being very pro Andor. And you might see me wearing my Andor shirt that I bought because of the effect season 1 had on me. I'll break out the merch that I bought because I don't know that I've showed that in a while on this channel, but I did buy a lot of Andor merch when the season 1 came out because I was so impressed with what season 1 brought. And I just want to continue talking about that. Aside from that, guys, I know that probably a lot of you think that I'm stuck right now. And I'm not stuck with this account because we're just, it's a process. This whole thing is a process. And we just have to knock one day at a time out. And, maybe I'm saying this more for me because I do feel like it's getting a little claustrophobic because it kind of feels like it is. But at the same time, I know that this is what we got to do to get to where we need to be. And, we are moving in the right direction. This guild is still doing the speeder bike ride. So that's one of the reasons why I'm working on Muff Skids to make him a little bit more useful in the speeder bike ride. But, I do want to go, and we're either going to end up building up a second team for the indoor raid, for the Naboo raid, or we're going to end up. But regardless of what we end up doing with the Naboo raid, bringing Moff Gideon up and making him more usable is important to where I'm going overall with this account. And we aren't, you see me, I'm just working through my guild currency that we got from the Naboo raid. From the indoor raid, and I'm going to be, I think this is the last piece that I need to get him to gear 12, but he's a project piece. Once we get, Moff Gideon is a guy that I just need it, that I just want to get to gear 12. Then we're going to put him down, and we're not going to pick him up for quite some time. And it's just a box checking exercise with some of these guys. It's just like, okay, get Moff Gideon done. Once he's done, we'll put some half decent mods on him. We'll set him aside. We'll look at throwing a Zeta on when we have a need to. But right now we just need him at gear 12. We just need better mods than the Mark III mods that he has on there right now because we're not using them. And once we get him there to gear 12, you won't see him for a long time. And then that's when we get to come back around to the important characters, the bounty hunters, and I've had these light side pilots on here for a while. Why? Because I do want to get their ships up and get them ready. Maybe I don't need to, but it's because we should just transition fully into the finalizer. Actually, I want to check something real quick before I forget. And yeah, we don't even have to do that because we finished up the light side ships. So I'm going to make the call and say, we don't even need to worry about this for now. Now, is that going to be the case long term? No, absolutely not. Absolutely. At some point, we're going to have to come back and finish these pilots, get them up. But it's not right now. It's down the line. It's when we have, when we're, maybe it might be 6 months, it might be however much longer, but we will have to come back at some point. So I'm going to go, I don't know if I want to take Ezra and Zeb off. I don't know if I want to take Akbar off because, and we'll see. We'll wait and see. But in the meantime, I just need to start. I think, isn't this Zeta? It's not Zeta. It's this Fleet something rather, maybe? And because we worked through all of that currency, we don't have any money to buy any of this stuff. Which is, it's just a process. It's like, we're still in the very early stages of this account. We're still laying the groundwork. Obviously, we got, we've got a lot of characters up in Deluxe, and we got a lot of characters at gear 12, and we just need, obviously we need to get IG in the Relics. Obviously, we need to get Mando to gear 12-ish. We need to get Bosk in the Relics. We need to get TIE Pilot in the Relics. We need to get Dark Trooper to Gear 12. We need to get Ezra up somewhere. We need to get Dengar into Relics. We need to get Grief into to Gear 12. And that just takes currency, which, unfortunately, for Orion, we're just lacking a lot of currency. And it's not, you know, it stinks because I wish we could accelerate faster, but we're just locked. We're just locked in. And it's super painful. And the only thing that's going to make it, and it's just going to take time because, you know, you can't force a new guild up to be used. So, how much money do I have? That's steep. We can take this one. Let's go and take this one all the way up and start working on him. It's not going to kill us, but we'll go and do it. So we can get cruising towards that second rating team. And then you know, hopefully we'll be able to farm some of this stuff up to be able to use it. Or maybe or maybe we'll get all the way to Gear 12 right now. That'll be fun. Gear 10 is, you know. Yeah, look, we got another thing that I can't get because it's something I need for raids. So perfect. That's the best. Fortunately, we do have something I can get from not the raids. And that's what I needed to soak up the rest of this fleet currency. That's why I didn't have it lying around. So there's that. But you know, we're getting get excited about what I mean. I just think about this account and I know where it's going to be, and you know, obviously it's not going to be there as soon as I want it, but it's going to be there when I need it to be. And you know, but definitely, like I said, definitely looking forward to Indoor Season 2. I think it's really interesting. You know, I've actually had to go and look for the Andor, and I wouldn't mind there being an Andor commercial instead of what I'm watching, you know, whatever streaming service I'm watching. Instead of that, I'm getting Snow White. I'm getting Snow White commercials, which is incredibly annoying. I would much rather watch an Andor commercial instead of watching a Snow White commercial, but you know, and hopefully one of the things I'm hoping for Andor Season 2 is I'm hoping that it's going to be such an overwhelming success that it will hopefully knock some sense into the powers that be at Disney, that story is what matters, because it always is. If the story's good, I mean, but instead we live in this world where story is secondary to what's going on, to what people think, to what people want to at the motives behind, instead of just giving us a good story and letting the chips fall where they may. And that's a big reason why I'm such a proponent of let's go full expanded universe. You know, Heir to the Empire, Dark Fleet Rising, The Last Command, the whole original Thrawn trilogy where we were originally introduced to Grand Admiral Thrawn and Mara Jade and all these characters. And it's really, you know, Mara Jade is right there. And she's a female, and she would check all of these boxes that all these people are trying to have checked anyway, but because it doesn't fit their agenda, they don't want her. And I continue to be mystified by that decision, because it's like, what you say you want is right there. Just take her. And the powers that be just won't do that. And it's driving me crazy. Anyway, that's all I got for today. I gotta go. Thanks for being here. We'll be back later with the other video. Later. Until then, thanks so much for being here. Appreciate all of you. God bless. Hold the line, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.